My name is Sarah Gina Williams, and you at Keysborough Focus when I discuss a good video about life in 2020. And I also interview with my mom, so you want to check it out? You want to see it? Let's go. Cross donation. And now, as we look upon this year, it's just been crazy between the coronavirus, wearing our masks, make sure it's 6 feet apart, making sure that we safe in our houses and not to go near nobody that is in your school and your work. And it's just been crazy how this past year has been challenging for us. We never experienced this before, so checking you on the exclusive how it's like, when you be in the area, especially in Keysborough. You see how it's very empty, that barely people come out, and they show the signs of the 6 feet. It shows the signs that you need to wear your mask at all times, because that's very important to keep you feel much, from other people spreading the virus. And it's like how the school is now is crazy. How you just see nobody, barely nobody. It's like you the only one in there, but this is how it's like dealing with life in 2020. This is how we had to, follow the rules and follow the regulations and follow the major keys to do what is right when it's life in 2020. So I hope this is how you experience life in 2020. And now I'm gonna do an exclusive interview with my mom to show on her opinion how is life in 2020, and hope I have a great interview on this. You want to see it? Let's go. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Keysborough Focus. I'm with my mom. How you doing, Mom?
Hello. How are you?
I'm really fine. So basically, I'm going to ask you some questions, like 6, about my topic called Life in 2020. And I want your, honest opinion about it, how you feel about this, this year so far. It's been a roller coaster,
Yeah.
So, my first question is, what is your thoughts about this year so far because we are towards the end of this year right now, so how you feel about it so far? How did it affect you?
It's been hectic. I was able to go to my job and everything. It's been tremendously scary because of the COVID virus, the COVID-19 virus, I mean.
Yeah.
And I really did what everybody else did. I went and got toilet paper, I went and got paper towels. They didn't have bleach when we went there.
Mm-hmm.
And I went and got ammonia, because that's the closest thing to bleach that we could use to disinfect. Mm-hmm. And I got Fabuloso, I got Ponsol. But it still was scary because when I went to the stores to get it, a lot of that stuff wasn't there. And they had sold out of the Lysol spray over here in this area in Brownsville where we live at, right? Mm-hmm. And to tell you the truth, to be honest, I was very scared for you and Richard. I didn't want y'all to get sick. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a very scary thing, leaving your children in the home by themselves, but you don't go to work or whatever. And I noticed that when I was getting on the buses and the trains, a lot of people wasn't coming. A lot of people stayed home and didn't go to work. They was called out sick or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So when that virus first hit and people was dying like that, instantly dying because of fever and pneumonia and all these other things that you get when you get the COVID-19 virus, it was very scary because they say on the news how many people done died so far, and the news always comes with something. They'll let you know, even though it's scary, they'll tell it to you. And most of the time they speaking the truth. If you get upset with them, it's no need to get upset with them, because all they're doing is telling you to be careful so that you don't catch nothing. And also, when you catch the train, it was saying on the platform, like you go there, stand 6 feet apart, and they had rug prints on the floor, right? Mm-hmm. And so you had to stay 6 feet apart from each other. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And also they was talking about the masks that you gotta wear them, you gotta wear gloves. So it was kind of scary for me. And that's why when you and Rich didn't have to go to college, they did your own online with the laptop. I was relieved with that. You know, I was at least I know you ought to be okay.
It was the best thing.
It was the best thing for everyone
Yeah.
not to go. The best thing to do is stay home. Get as much of supplies as you can. Oh yeah, and I noticed that the canned foods, all of that was gone when I went into the supermarket. There was hardly no canned foods. No, and like ravioli in the can, spaghetti and meatballs in the can, beefaroni in the can, and then they're spraying all those other things that you like, corned beef hash, you know what I'm saying? Corned beef,
Yeah.
chili if you want to make chili.
Yeah.
Hamburgers was there, but a lot of other stuff was going. It was like when you went in there, people went crazy buying that stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I felt about it. I was worried. Don't get me wrong. I just prayed to God and asked Him to help me. That you and Rich will be okay and your father will be okay. You know, and anybody else around us. I just hope that I didn't hear nothing about nobody dying from the COVID-19 that's close to me. You know what I'm saying? But I was sorry for the people that passed away. But I was relieved that my closest kin, you know, were okay too.
Yeah. My second question is, did it affect your friends and family, like, ever since it started? And how did you feel that Trump didn't tell us then that we had to wait all the way to March to now?
Well, with Trump, I don't want to say anything bad about him, but that was a bad thing to do. You should have let us know immediately when that was shown that the coronavirus was in the United States. And then they let a lot of people leave from the United States and go into another country. And then they wasn't able to come back because the country here announced that was here. And they wasn't letting them come back with it to the United States. You know what I'm saying? So they had to stay where they were at until that virus stopped. So that means that a lot of people are still in states where they can't come back here. You know what I'm saying? And that was a bad thing for him to do. That was a wrong thing for him to do. That wasn't the right thing to do, as far as the president is concerned. You're supposed to care about all your people. You know what I'm saying? Not just a little bit, but all. And he didn't show any caring in that part. Because if he would have told us earlier, that means that we could have got ourselves ready when it started getting spreading through this United States. We could have been had that toilet paper and paper in the house. We could have been had Pine-Sol and Papaluso and Mr. Clean and bleach and ammonia in the house, gloves, masks, everything we needed. We could have prepared ourselves before it showed up. That was a bad thing he did. That wasn't a good president thought to do against his people. But we are his people, even though we don't look like him.
Yeah.
We all are in the United States. You know, just because we don't look like him does not mean that he should care more about his immediate family and not care about people that's not close kin to him. Supposed to care about everyone, not just the people that you was looking out for. You're not looking out for the people in the United States. You're looking out for yourself and your close people.
Yeah.
And what's so mad about that is he got it. Him and his wife caught it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Him and his wife caught that. And then what's making so bad about that, he left the hospital and left his wife there. He went back to the White House. You know what I'm saying? He had it, and then he's spreading it again. I don't care if he was wearing no mask, he was wearing gloves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people blame him for a lot of stuff, but that was a bad mistake he did.
Yeah.
You know, so he didn't make the right decision when he did that. All right, go ahead.
Well, I hope you enjoyed this video that I did. But tune in next time when I discuss more about 2020. It's your girl Sarah Gina on Kingsborough Focus, and I'm out.